Hey there guys, Portal Master 9351 here, and in today's video we are going to be looking at 16 brand new images for Season 3 of Skylanders Academy. These were just recently put up on the Skylanders Academy website. There is of course a lot of other stuff that has been added to the Skylanders Academy website. If you'd like to check that out, to look at all that cool stuff, I have a video that I will link at the end of this video where I talk about and show off all of the new stuff on the website other than just these 16 new images. So without further ado, I won't bore you any guys longer. We're going to take a nice close look at all these images. We're going to talk about sort of first impressions and anything that we can actually gather from these pictures. So this first one, we can see Jetback, and he is going down into a bunch of fire vipers. Now we previously knew about that lighter blue, sort of cyan colored fire viper, but these other two fire vipers are brand new. We have not seen them before. So this implies that not only are they going to be fighting just one fire viper, but they're going to be fighting more than one. What I'm willing to bet happens is that he falls off this rope, wakes up one of the fire vipers, and that is how we get to the scene in the trailer, of course, where they are fighting with the cyan-colored fire viper. So it'll be interesting to see how that happens, but it does appear as if there is more than just one fire viper. The second image shows a few of these Skylanders locked in a cage. Now we saw in the trailer that there is a scene where Eruptor is leading a charge to break out of prison for freedom, as he cries in the trailer. This could be where that is, or it could be in the Bone Pit Chompy thing. I mean, if you'll notice, Jetback is not actually in that picture. Or sorry, Jetback is in the picture. Okay, maybe they get captured. That's what I mean to say. It's possible they get captured while they're in there and they end up in this prison. We don't really know. Dark Spyro, however, is not in this. So that could be interesting if somehow Dark Spyro is like locking them up. I don't know. But definitely an interesting picture. Does imply that they get captured at some point. Here we go in it's again a picture of the Academy. There we see Eon revealing once again the symbols on his head. This is probably from the very opening of the season, I am willing to bet, when Eon is explaining sort of what is on his head. That is probably what's going on here. We'll notice in the background that we actually have Hex, Sprocket, and Food Fight, so it's possible that Food Fight, Hex, and also Kaboom. So it's possible that Kaboom, Hex, and Food Fight could all be playing bigger roles this season. We don't know that for sure, but it is certainly possible that that he could be. That they could be. I don't know. Here we see a picture of, this is directed from the trailer. This is of course just Dark Spyro admiring himself in the mirror after he gains his new glowing horn abilities and who knows what other abilities he got, but yeah. This is a picture of Dark Spyro freaking out over the Academy. Don't really understand the context of this. There's no information here. We can't really learn anything, but hey, it's a cool screenshot. This is a picture that we have seen before. This was, I'm not actually sure, I believe this was posted on Twitter. This is not a new screen grab at all, but yeah, just more stuff being blown up. Potentially this is how they get blown out of a cage. If we look in the back part of the image, we see that what appears to be cages, and obviously stuff is getting blown up, but I don't see why they'd be mad at Kaboom if he was breaking them out of prison, and they don't look exactly happy with Kaboom, so I don't know what's going on there, but potentially this is where they get broken out of prison. Here we can see Stealth Elf and Dark Spyro having some sort of intense moment. It looks like Dark Spyro is quite concerned, and then Stealth Elf seems to be very stern in the way that she's looking at Dark Spyro. Potentially this is when he gets found out as being the mole inside of the Academy. I don't know, but it definitely looks like something is going down here, because Spyro does not look happy. He looks extremely nervous and extremely frustrated and like concerned that something bad is about to happen. So I think that's what's going on here. In this image, we see a whole bunch of Greebles for some reason fanning off Pop Fizz. I don't really know why. If we look on the back of the stone, we can see that there is a picture of what appears to be Pop Fizz wearing a crown of sorts. So potentially this is, maybe they worship him as king. I don't really know, but definitely something is going on here that's not making a whole lot of sense, but I enjoyed this. I'm curious how this is going to play in. This will probably be one of the middle episodes that doesn't have so much to do with the overall plot of the series, but is still just sort of a side, standalone kind of episode, I imagine. Here, we don't really get anything new from this picture. This does appear to be a new location, but we can't really gain anything from this picture by itself. Obviously, Jetback is studying something intently, and Stealth Elf and Eruptor sitting in the back, kind of confused by what's going on with Jetback. Don't really know what's going on here. Here, just a casual picture of Eruptor and Arcspire. No real context as to what's going on here. No real explanation. But obviously, this is showing how buddy-buddy Darkspyro and Eruptor are. Obviously, he's pretty effective at being a double agent to start with, but looks like that kind of falls apart probably. Here, we have Crash Bandicoot, Darkspyro. Nothing new there. I believe we've already seen this picture. It's surfaced on the internet somewhere. So yeah, this is not a new picture at all. Here we have a whole bunch of the Skylanders being surprised at something showing up in, you know, in that first room, the main room of the Academy. Don't know what they're shocked about, because it looks like our entire core group is present in this, but obviously they're all looking up, and even Eon looks surprised. Cassandra is actually the only one that does not look surprised, and also Spyro. Spyro does not look terribly surprised either. He actually looks kind of frustrated. He looks annoyed. So whatever is showing up here in this picture is obviously something to do with Strikor or Darkspyro, probably, given that Cassandra and Darkspyro are the only ones not acting surprised in this picture. That's what I'm willing to bet. In this picture, we get to see Flynn looking quite aggressively at Darkspyro, and Darkspyro is looking extremely, extremely cocky in this picture. It's possible that because of how inflated the ego of Flynn is, and how inflated the ego of Darkspyro is, they're having an ego off. That is definitely something that could be going on here. Don't know that for sure, but it would certainly make sense considering that they both seem very, very egotistical and proud of themselves. It would make sense. In this picture, we've already seen this, just Flynn piloting a ship. This picture is definitely new though. We get to actually see Strikor in action, and if we look at those glowing stones in the background, those glowing stones are present in the trailer while they are battling the Concatron, and that kind of makes me think that this could be around the time, and of course in that picture, or in the scene with the Concatron, Strikor is present, so potentially this is when he is summoning the Concatron out of the ground. That would make a whole lot of sense to me, considering that the background is the same and we already know he's present there. Something I didn't think about though until now is I'm curious what Strikor has underneath his helmet. Of course we know that Eon's got that symbol, so I genuinely wonder what Strikor has. I'm very interested to find that out. Final picture that we've got is Glumshanks and Chaos in a cart, but the interesting part is not necessarily the obvious part. You actually look at what's on Chaos's right hand. He has a gauntlet. It's the Infinity Gauntlet, y'all. Chaos is about to snap, destroy half the universe of the Skylanders. I don't think that's what's going on here, but obviously in the trailer we did get to see him unleash a powerful magical blast. Potentially this is how he did it. That would make a lot more sense. Maybe they're a way to channel his dark powers. Either way, he probably got them from Strikor. He's not in a full ship. I don't actually know what he's in. Glumshanks is very concerned. Chaos is angry, and it appears that this could be where the core of light is. That is what this area looks like to me, is the area where the core of light is. So I personally think that this is part of the scene where we know that the Skylanders are defending the core of light, of course, from the trailer. And it looks like Glumshanks is trying to talk him out of it. As we know, Glumshanks is trying to play the act of a double agent within like Strikor's thing, so potentially he's like, hey Chaos, you probably really don't want to do this. It's not a terribly good idea to do that. So I'm kind of curious what's going on here. But yes, that glove is actually really important, probably the biggest thing from this picture that we can glean. But yes, it does look like this is going to take place around the time that they're fighting for the core of light. So obviously that is a whole lot of pictures, 16 in total, some of them new, some of them not new, all of them absolutely cool and getting me extremely hyped for Academy Season 3. Anyways though, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been PortalMaster9351. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and shout out to all my patrons on Patreon, especially Liam Corner, The Collector Creepypasta, and Portal Power TV. That's all for now. See you guys next time.